Greetings, YouTube. The Guardian has recently published an article that deals with a interfaith group that has listed the top 100 female-friendly mosques in England. That's almost a tongue twister. Now, that these mosques exist to serve their female attendants, and they have a more equitable stance on gender roles, is good. I applaud the existence of these institutions to serve the community that wants to attend a mosque, and I realize how important that can be for devout Muslims. But I have to say, from the get-go, I really despise the concept that any religion does not treat its members completely equally, regardless of their gender, sex, or orientation. And before anyone who sees this video thinks that I am either supporting the Muslims inordinately or picking on Islam inordinately, I would like to ask anyone seeing this video if they could point me in the direction of the female Jewish rabbis or Catholic priests. Didn't think so. So there's a lot of sexual inequality in traditional Abrahamic religions, and I see that as a flaw in organized faith a whole lot more than I do as an aspect of spiritual belief. I am still of the firm opinion that every human being needs a spiritual belief, and without one, that you are incomplete. I'm not picking on the atheists and agnostics. It is an atheists and agnostics choice if they wish to go that route, but I think they're losing out on something. I always have. I've learned, because I used to be one, that my life was made a whole lot deeper and more interesting when I incorporated a spiritual belief into it. That doesn't shut off your capacity for reason. There is no dichotomy between faith and reason unless you create one. You can have faith and reason running parallel in your life without any issue. I support science education, evolutionary theory, the Big Bang Theory, M theory, you name it. I'm probably a pro supporter when it comes to science, as long as it's a legitimate, peer-reviewed, recognized theory. Some of the fringe ones are interesting, I admit, but I tend to reserve judgment on things that, quite frankly, I may not well understand. But I believe that a spiritual belief system is vastly important for yourself to be in balance and to have a true and a deep appreciation of reality itself. So I would much prefer if mosques would treat all their members utterly equal, regardless of their gender. And I know that there are people who are going to tell me that mosques don't do this, and that Jewish rabbis aren't female, and that Catholic priests aren't female, and that all of these institutions have the right to make these decisions for themselves because God said so. I don't believe for a second that God ever wanted any human being treated in any way other than completely equal. Flat out. Most for one reason, because I believe that any kind of a deity is going to be compassionate, but also the differences between gender are probably fairly immaterial to a deity. I worship two gods, one female, one male, because I do recognize that within me at least, there are the female and male aspects of my personality, yin and yang, that are separate but mingled intimately. So for me, having a male and a female god makes perfect sense. So happy these mosques are serving their community. Wish these mosques would just do away with gender-specific rules of any kind anyway. I mean, the Protestants, not that many years ago, flatly stated that men should be in charge and women should be subordinate, which enraged me when I heard it the first time, and frankly does so now. We need gender and sexual orientation and sex equality in all institutions. Then again, I wouldn't mind if all forms of organized religion just disappeared tomorrow, and everyone decided they were going to be in charge of their own spiritual beliefs. But I understand humans are joiners. We like to join things. We like to come together with others who have similar belief systems on any topic. Go argue with some Red Sox and Yankee fans on that one. So if we wiped out all of the religions tomorrow, the next day people would be forming new organized religions, and I understand this. But it's important to be a believer in your own right. Stand up for yourself. Don't let someone else tell you what you should or shouldn't do. So long as you're behaving in a moral manner, you aren't hurting anyone else, how you worship is up to you.